What's up, guys? You are welcome to Femtech Studio. Today tutorial is titled how to add multiple characters in a scene. As you can see, the cursor is moving around. Once you notice, we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, about 6 characters in this scene, whereby you can still add more characters in the scene. Are you with me? So in today's tutorial, it's practically based on adding characters to a scene. And also in today's tutorial, we'll be talking a little bit in camera settings and how to set our camera, though there will still be a part 2 version on how to set your camera, but practically we are based on how to add multiple characters. Are you with me? So we also need to make use of our cameras, so that's why I said we'll talk a little bit on the cameras today also. Okay, so before we continue, I want you to watch this video.
Costos are the owner of this new apartment. When will my apartment be ready? I'm tired of my old house.
Very soon, sir.
No, when exactly? I give you a week's time.
Okay, sir.
In a week's time? Oh my gosh.
Plumber, will this apartment be ready in a week's time? Yes, madam.
So you will notice
Costos are the owner of this new...
You will notice that we have about 4 characters in this scene. Are you with me? And the 4 characters, all of them talked, right? Okay, so let me try to move it forward a little bit. Okay, the first one, you notice we have about, this is 1, 2, 3, right? He's talking to her, she's attentive to what she wants to say, right? Okay, and also once we move it for, you also notice the eyes reflection from this character here. She closed her eyes and opened her eyes. Okay, you can see her eyes reflection. Okay, now this place also, you also notice the worker of the plumber here, right? So let's look at it again. Now you also notice you notice the expression of this guy here. So let me try to play it. You have to look at it very well. Just let us take close attention to his expression. So let me try to back forward it a little bit and play it.
I give you a week's time.
Okay, sir.
So you notice that I was somehow surprised that what? Let me play it again and you can see.
Time.
Okay, sir.
So you can see it. You can see how he was like a week's time. Okay. So
in a week's time? Oh my gosh.
Plumber, will this apartment be ready in a week's time? Yes, madam.
So something like that we want to create in today's video. So now let's go back to Plotagon. Now okay, alright guys, so that is what we want to create in today's tutorial. But before we start, if you are new to my channel, please kindly click on the subscribe button, like my video and hit on the notification button on that. So let's get started. welcome back. So, like I was saying, or I was about to say, in Plotagon story rather, both the story and the studio. The story is meant for the for your mobile phone, while the studio is what we use now on our laptop. But we're talking about the story here. It's the same procedure. Now, in this story, we have various types of scene. In case you are viewing my channel for the first time, I have a tutorial that explain how to get all these free scene and free characters. Are you with me? I will leave a link in the description box. So now, in these scenes, you could see there are, as much as there are, I think we have more than 100 scenes available on Plotagon. Now, they are all categorized under two aspects. That is, there are some scenes that will give an option to add more characters, while there are some scenes that it won't give you options to add characters. Are you with me? For example, let's look at this scene here. This scene here gave me an option to add more characters. So once you see a scene and you see this, probably it's always come like this and no extra. So once it's like this at first, this is what you see. Thus, the two characters you you brought in, the two characters. Okay, so if you want to add more characters to your scene, all you need to do is to select on this and select with extra. Okay, so as you can see, it's now selected with extra. Then you have them like this. Hope you get it. All right, so let's look at other scenes. There's some other scenes that won't give you enough character, like this one I use. If I should open it, okay, so this is scene ballroom, the ballroom. Now once I select on my actor, probably this, and let me see this. Okay, so you notice you have no option to add more characters, but in this scene here you still have options to add characters, and they also ask you, do you want them to be attentive or not? That is, when you are communicating with her, do you want these characters also to be attentive to whatever you are saying or whatever she's saying? That is the meaning. Are you with me? So we also have various type of, apart from that one, you also have various types of scenes that does not allow that you can't add more scenes to them. Let's look at this. So I just want to try to let you understand the type of scene you can use. Are you with me? So yeah, you could see you have no scene available, no extra scene available. So what are the types of scene you can use to have more characters? So that those type of scenes are scenes that comes in somehow like a group sitting. Are you with me? Like a group sitting. So let's look at it. Like a group sitting. Like a group sitting. I'm trying to look for one. Probably there at the bottom. Where is it? Okay, like this one, a group sitting. Should I one again? Like this one, a group sitting. So anywhere you have something like a group, are you with me? A scene that has a group, then you will have that extra scene to add to your character. Are you with me? So let's look at this one. Okay, like this also, this is a group setting, so you should always have with extra. Are you with me? So if I select on extra, then you see, so these are not my main character first. So when I select on actor, and I can now select my characters that I want to use. You can see it's loaded up. Also add probably Scott. You can see they are both loaded up now. So we have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 characters in the scene. You wish you can still add more to the scene. So probably peradventure you want to make use of scenes like this that has no character. Are you with me? So we are going to work on a scene like this. Are you with me? Alright, now based on the video you watched before we started this tutorial, I want to show you the way it look like at first. Now if I should play this, you will notice we only have just one scene here, but you can see a footstep here, right? This is a ghost. Now why did I put a ghost there? Is because I want to let this character to, I don't want the camera to move closer to him. So let's look at it. If I select on this, you notice the camera, but if I should remove the ghost, probably select no character, and I select on this, you will notice the camera move very close to what? To him, which I don't want. Are you with me? So select on the ghost. So you make use of the ghost to do that, in case you don't want the character, this camera to move very close to your character. So you make use of the ghost scene, the ghost character, right? Okay, so if I should play this for you, let's see. Let me
Boss, those are the owner of this new apartment. When will my apartment be?
Oops. So okay, let me start over again. So sorry about that.
Boss, those are the owner of this new apartment. When will my apartment be ready? I'm tired of my old house.
Very soon, sir.
No, when exactly? I gave you a week's time.
Okay, sir.
In a week's time? Oh my gosh.
Plumber, will this apartment will be ready in a week's time? Yes, madam.
So you will notice that we only have just one scene there, isn't it? But on the video you watched, we have both the owner, both of them. Probably, let me see if I can get it. Okay, Scott. At this point, the video I showed you, the female was standing here, right? But at first, when we started creating this video, the female is not there, isn't it? Okay. So when we look at this one again, secondly, the builder, the worker of this character, is standing also here, isn't it? But he is not here, right? For now. So like that. So the female is also standing here. Okay. So now, how did I go about this? We make use of what we call green screen. Are you with me? Green screen. Green screen is a scene that, should I call it a PNG screen? You know, when you have a photo that is in form of a PNG, you could edit, it is easy for you to change the background of that picture. Are you with me? So green screen is more or less like in form of a video, whereby you can actually change the background of that scene you are using. So majority of those films you watch, Probably all films you've watched on YouTube, like for example, you see Superman flying from one point to the other. Are you with me? He's not flying. He's not. It's not. He's not even going outside. Are you with me? They actually use a room painted in green. Are you with me? And those who carried him as if he's flying, or they use a rope to carry him. Are you with me? To show as if he's flying. Those rope and those things, or everything they use, they are painted in green. Are you with me? So once they are painted in green, you'll be able to edit the background. So those are. I just say I should just pop that one in. So at first, when you create a video like this, the first thing you need to do is, okay, once I select on this, which the characters, how do I want them to be positioned? Are you with me? So did I want them to position like this, or I want them to position like this? Are you with me? So when we look at this, once I set my builder, because I noticed that okay, the workers are already inside this apartment. Now the owners just came in. Are you with me? To meet them. So the builders, the workers should be at this side, while the owners should be very close to the door. So that is one of those things you need to take into consideration before you start. Alright. So after that, you now need to also take note of. Let's continue. So once I select on this, now at first you have what we call this camera. It is very important you work with cameras. They're very important, because if you do not work with cameras, like now you notice I have off this. Now if I should play this right away, let's see what happens.
Those are the owner.
You could notice it's actually show me a reflection, something like he's standing, or let's look at it again. You notice the camera is showing what is going on here first before it moves very close to him. Are you with me? And I don't want that to happen, because I want to combine more characters. So all I need to do first is to select on this, and this will pop out. Establish shot simply means from this point in which the camera is facing, it will take the shot from that place before it moves closer to whoever characters you are talking with. But what you need to do is to skip the established shot. So immediately we play this now, it will not show anything like this. It will just move very close to the character.
Those are the owner of this.
So you can see it compared to if I should click on establishing shot.
Those are the owner.
I hope you get that picture right, isn't it? So you make use of skipping established shot. So all these ones, like I said, we will talk about it in the camera settings. Will be another topic on its own. Exactly. So that will be on part 2 of the camera settings in Plotagon. So for now, select on skip establishing shots. Okay. So now, once I look at this, I notice that okay, my prompter is here. So my builder is here. That is the boss. Should somewhere be like this. So he's whispering to his boss that, boss, the owner of this apartment are here. Are you with me? So that's why you see this whispering. So at first you have it. Once you select on your builder, you type whatever you type there, you need to select your expression. So I selected on whispering, so to show that it's actually what whispering to his boss. Are you with me? That boss, the owners of this apartment are here. Now next thing, you should have it off like this. Are you with me? It's always good you select it on and select on dialogue mode. Dialogue mode simply will show which character is actually what talking in that scene. So that's the work of the dialogue mode. Okay. So now next, select on this and that scene again. So at this point, then I'll notice that okay, this is the boss, this is the owner, this is the boss of the worker. But at first, the worker is not here. Are you with me? Likewise, the female is not here, but we need to add that, so we make use of green screen. So now at this point, once I select on the next one, so you will notice, like I said, we need to on this. We don't want this to occur. Are you with me? We don't want this scene here to occur. We just want it to show us this. Are you with me? So that's why you need to select on skip establish shot on this first and select on skipping establish shot. Once that is achieved, then you can now continue. So skip, so select on this. So I want my character to be at this point. Are you with me? I want the character, the female, to stand at this point. Okay, so I'm not trying to walk you through so you can see where those characters will actually stand before I show you how to place it in the green screen. So then if I select on this, I also want the worker to be in this point here. Are you with me? Because it was whispering to his boss, so we assume he's in this point here. Then again, the female should also pop out here. Okay, so okay, the pump bar again. Then the worker should also be in this point here. So now at this point, this is where, because I'm bringing another character inside this scene. You know, this is a scene first. Only these two characters are there. So because I want to bring this character inside this scene, I have to create another scene using the same scene. Are you with me? So that it will look as if we have all of them into the scene, but we still need to make sure that they are all present at once, right? So, and that's why I said, oh my gosh, in a week's time, then this next character comes in. So I need to create another scene to make this character, to have these two characters here. So select on skip establish shots, skipping establishing shots. Then I need to make the male character be on this point, right? And the worker also be on this point. So now let's start from the beginning again. So from here, I don't need to have any character here. This way, so this one I need to have a female character here, right? So let's select and let's go back. So once this is the okay, come, let me delete this. Oops, so sorry about this. Let me go back. I was trying to delete this, but never mind. So once you have your scene you want to use and you've loaded those characters, you need to also have your green screen at the side. So try to open it. Now this is the green screen. Oops, it should be a mistake. It should be on a green screen. So how do you get the green screen? We have two types of green screen. Once you scroll down, you should have green screen room and green screen. Are you with me? This one is actually used if you want the figure to be facing straight. Are you with me? We'll make use of this also, but for now we use this green screen room. So in the green screen room, now you will notice the owner are this side, the builder are this side. Are you with me? So because I want my character to face this side, are you with me? So I make use of a ghost male here. Are you with me? So coming to bit. Okay, excuse me. All right, so now probably, I don't know, let me see. I'll make it far because it looks so close. You will notice from trying to show you something from this point here, from this one here. Let's let it to load. Okay, you notice that the character standing here is like the camera is showing him from this point down to this point. So you also make sure that whatever character you have here will also have the same level of height. Are you with me? So now you have to go back, select on your green screen, then in the green screen they don't need to talk. Are you with me? You don't need to add any words to it. Exactly. So now at first, once I select on this, it's showing me half of art, just like if passport photograph. I don't want that. So what I need to do is to select probably right. So once I select on right, now let me see. So you can see it's giving me a full footage of art. So it's always good once the green screen is just to add more characters to your scene. So those whoever are in the green screen are not talking, but they'll just give you facial expression like that, so that it will look as if they are also inside the scene. Exactly. So once I select on this, then I have her facing here. So she's facing here, then I can also add that character. I will just add that very close to my character there. So that's the first one. So we've gotten our own point here, right? Okay. Oops, I forgot to say this. So once you've added into the scene, you need to put something like add something like speech, so that your character to come out. Then you select the type of character you want to use. Are you with me? Probably if wherever the characters here that is talking mostly, if what is saying is so long, you could add more speech, so that you will just have the character like that. Yeah. So once you have the character like this, automatically her eyes will just be blinking. Then she'll be having standing and trying to just adjust. Are you with me? So it depends on whatever characters you have here on your main scene, on your main scene. On your main scene, you could look at the word we have here. The word is a little bit long. Are you with me? The sentence is a little bit probably long. Are you with me? So you need to add more speech to your characters. Is that it just add speech on the green screen. So then the next one, we look at this place. We need to add and that build the worker here, isn't it? At this point, so let's take note of the camera, the size. Okay, the size frame of the camera. So it should be in this kind of format, right? So it said very soon, sir, right? Okay, so if we click on this and go back to this, then you are done with this. So you need to add on that green screen again to bring in another character. So you add a ghost to this place because you just want your character to face this side. Are you with me? But if you do not do that, if you select probably no character, you see it's facing but this side, and you don't want that, so you want him to face that direction, isn't it? So you select on a ghost character, anyone. So once I select you can see it's facing that side. So select on your camera, skip establish shot, then let's see. So now you will notice this, the size of this, isn't it? Is size. So you notice it's somehow okay, in line with the scene I have there, right? Okay. So the height is the same. That's why I just want to let you know. So, and there's also an expression here. Okay. So I'm not trying to put you through. Are you with me? I know the video is taking long, but you need to understand how this video editing is being done. So then the next thing, click on Scott. Let's look at this. So the character also standing here. Are you with me? The female character should be standing here. So if I select back and I click on the green screen now, so I need to add on that screen. Are you with me? Okay. See Pumbler. No, this is wrong. This is not should be there. That's why it's not showing. I don't Pumbler there. I need to add on that screen. Okay. Probably this should be. I want after this the female characters should show at this point here. So I need to create a new scene here. Are you with me? So let me create a new scene there. Then I'm going to take it up to this point here. So select on this, select on this, select on this, select on this, select on this. Okay. Now then create a scene, green screen room. Okay. So I want the actors to be there, should be those same characters, the female. Then I select on a ghost, probably the male. So once I select on Victoria first, Victoria, I notice she's having a very small. The camera is taking half of her, so I need to still go back, probably on this first and select on skip shots. Don't forget about that. So I don't need to change anything on this side since she's in the nice position. So I just need to just change this guy, this ghost, probably put him in the right. So once I view him now, so I still have this character selected in this point here. So she could stand right, very close to her second, right? Okay. So then the next one, I hope you are getting it. Okay. So the next one is said no, when exactly I give you a week's time. So the farmer said, okay sir, are you with me? And that's when you saw the character I just showed you from the builder that said, what? Okay. Oh my god, it was like surprised that okay. Okay. So then we need to add a character here, just like I've shown you. Are you with me? So then the next one again, because I want him to talk alone, then I brought him and said, oh my gosh, exactly. So and now I want this character to talk to this character. Are you with me in this point? So that's why I have to bring both of them. We need to create a new scene using the same scene and bring both of them into the scene. So once I select on this camera, skip shot, select on this. Now what I now need to do is to add the male character here. Are you with me? So let's go back and see. So adding the main character there. So if I should scroll down, I need to add another scene, a green screen for that character to come in. Now let's keep this. I later did not use this. So let's see. Okay, so at this point I brought in the male character, because at this point he's not doing the talking. So the male character is facing this side, the ghost is facing this side. So when you notice the male character is in the middle left, the ghost is to the right. Are you with me? So when I select on Scott, you see he's not talking, there's nothing in the dialogue here for him to say. So you notice the height also, right? So once you are done with this, all you need to do is just to select. Once you've perfect the both scenes, are you with me? Then you need to just select on your rendering mode. Then for the green screen and for the two scenes, please do not export with subtitles. Are you with me? Export without subtitles. So you select on this. Once you select on this, then follow the instruction. I've done mine, so let me cancel this. So we're not done yet. We're only exporting it out so we can use we can make use of a video editing to edit the two scenes together. Are you with me? So at this point also we are now done with our scenes. Then we've noticed that okay, I also have another character there which I've done. So select on extrude and export without subtitles. So once that is done, now you need to install what we call Kinemaster. For those of you that have been following my channel so far, you will notice I make use of Kinemaster a lot and other video editing app, but for today we'll make use of Kinemaster. Alright, so let's open up our Kinemaster. So to always give you in this diagonal shape. So select on the Kinemaster. Alright, so on the Kinemaster here, I think this is one I've done before. So yours might, if this is your first time, just select on accept. It might ask you for the auto settings. Select on accept. Are you with me? Once that is done, it is totally free, though if you want more scenes or more wherever you could purchase it, but for now we are using the free package. So I already have a video here. Let me show you how to go about it. Let me cancel it first. Okay, so once you select on create a new video, you select on the frame. If you are uploading to YouTube, you make use of 16:9, or if you want it to be a portrait one, you make 9:6 or 1:1. These are the three aspect frame ratio that is acceptable in KineShot. So if you have any other frame that is more than this, it will actually shrink it back to any of this frame. So let's select on this because I'm uploading this to YouTube now. No, so this is what you should have first. Then you select on media. Once you select on media, then you try to locate the video you just exported out. So you should have the video here. I think this was one I did after after I extrude it from KineShot. So you said export. So this should be your video. Just try to locate the video file you use. So if I should scroll down, I have where are they? Okay, so this is it. So you should have them. This is the scene and this is the green screen. Sorry about this. This is the scene and this is the green screen. So what I need to do at this point is to just select on the main scene as the video you want to use. Are you with me? Then select on enter. Now After selecting on enter, first you need to make sure. So then next thing you do is select on layer, because you want to bring in, let me see, this is the main character I'm using. Oh, it's not this, so sorry, let me delete this. This is not the scene I used. Okay, this, I think so, this. Okay, select and enter. So what you need to do first is to try to cut this out. Are you with me? You don't want this to show, since you are creating a video, so you don't want to put that watermark to show. All you need to do is just to try to edit it by cutting it off. But we'll still come back to that and how to do the cutting. So probably I make use of InShot to do the cutting. Are you with me? Make use of InShot, not Kinemaster, to do my editing first, then later continue with what I'm doing. So now select on layer, select on media. So you want to add the green screen. So I think this is it. Probably oops. Let me see. Let me play this first. Oops, this is not it again. So sorry. This should be it. This. Okay. So this is the main video that I want to use. Okay. This is the main video that I want to make use of. Right. So then select on layer, select on media. Then we want to input the layer into the green screen. Should be added as a layer. So select on enter. Now at a point, you now have the green screen here. So if I should reduce this for a little, now you notice we don't want any character here at this point, right? Isn't it? So first, all you need to do first is to, for you to have a better view, just enlarge it a little bit. Okay, then make sure it's selected, then scroll down, search for chroma key. Now select enable. Now notice this color. If the color is not green, if it is somehow red, are you with me? If the color is red, the outfit will not go off, so it must be in form of a green color. Okay, because the background of that thing is green, so you can see the green stuff is normal there, isn't it? Okay, so now if you will notice, you still have a touch of green and but it's not that so visible. Are you with me? Okay, so now let's look at it. Let's look at this first video here. We have it like this. If I should move it forward, I don't want her to be in this scene here, right? So let me just move it. Okay, so this, I want her to be in this place here. So I need to do first is to select on this layer and adjust it to that side. Are you with me? So try to use your hand to move forward again. Okay, still need to adjust it again. Probably move it forward now to this side so you can see. Okay, so let's see, it's still showing at this point. Probably move it a little bit backward, then just trying to get it first before we put her in the right position. Okay, okay, so since we've gotten the right position, she's not in that scene, select on this back. Now once you select on it, it will show you this. You want to try to increase our scale so that they will also have the same height, as you can see, like this. So hope you're getting the picture right now. So probably having the same height and being the same point. So once you select on then select on this. Once you're done selecting on that, so the next thing you should now have is, so remember we have all this green screen loaded in this point here. So you need to look at it again and see, okay, it's falling in line. So you can see our eyes expression. She's closing it. It's because you just added Victoria. Are you with me? Because he's talking, so you just need to just add Victoria. I mean, on the speech here, when you have your Plotagon here, let me see, when you have the Plotagon here, when you have the when the guy is, the male is talking, are you with me? So you notice we added Victoria, are you with me? Victoria, so that only what should be doing there is just to blink the eyes, are you with me? That is all, why the other guy is talking. Okay, so back to Kinemaster. Okay, so now this is done. Though I won't do this editing of all of this total scene. Just give it a simple basics so that you can understand it, because it takes a lot of time and patience in order for you to get it. So just give you the hint on how to go about it also. So once this is selected, we also accept this. Now what we need to do at this point is to try to cut it. So let's see. Okay, so at this point I don't want her to be in this position anymore. So let me see, still moving. Okay, in between here. So I need to just do now is make sure it's selected, select on this, select split at playhead. So now it's now splitted. Okay, select and enter. So just try to adjust this to this side for now. So let's look at this. Okay, so we notice that she's still disappearing or appearing, and it's because we still need to just probably adjust this a little bit, probably adjust this side a little bit. So once you adjust it, it will still show. So let's look at it again. So once I do this, so I think the working truth. Let's see to that point.
Those are the owner of this new apartment. When will my apartment be ready? I'm tired of my old house.
Very soon, sir.
No.
So you could see that scene as take in part. So the next one is, let's move this. Let's shift this guys away from here for now. So the next one is, this scene is now inside. So the next one is to bring in this builder, this guy, into this point here. Are you with me? So what we need to do is try to look for a point. So probably I guess I missed a particular layer there. Are you with me? So which I added later in the video. So I think the layer should be in this point. this place here. Come in, just want to get a layer out from there. Okay, so this is what I need here. So I added that layer when I was trying to edit it at first. Then, so let me see, let me try to move. Okay, oops, let me go back. I don't want this side, so I could just select on this to cut that side off. Okay, so I'm still on this point, so let me see. I only need him to just stand. Probably I only need this point here. Does this just for him to just stand like that. So I need to just use to select on this and select on, I don't need this part for now. Remember, this is the layer I just brought in. So select on play trim at this side, so to rip all this off. So once that is ripped off, so probably it's a little bit small. So if you have it in a point like that, you can actually select this with your bare hand. All you need to do is just to expand the scene by putting your two hands on both sides and widening the screen so that you could have better view. So just try to still do it again. So the more you do it, you see it's now expanding. Then you could now select on it. Okay, so let's see. At this point, I want the video to be in this point here. So select on this. Probably let's see. So first, let me remove the background. Probably largen it like this. Let me remove the background from the scene like this. So I need to do is to select on chroma key, then select on enable. Make sure this one is turned to green. So once that is that, then you should have it like this. So once that is done, then try to position him in that aspect. Are you with me? So one thing you need to know about the chroma key is probably it's always set to a normal range. Are you with me? But you can actually work with change this. So you know, for now I notice it is okay, but if I just select on this, you will notice the character is getting a little bit blur, right? So these two guys actually work in together. So if I should reduce this back, then it's getting faded, right? So 28 and 50 is the best one. So you could actually play with it just for you to get your characters look more visible. Okay, so select on this, then okay, I still want him to come in between these points here, so just drag it, and yeah, at this point see a little bit far, so probably bring him into this point like this. Okay, so you can see, I hope you understand, you get the picture, right? Okay, so now we still need to, let's now bring this one back. We need to add more characters here. So at this point, this is what we only have for now. Are you with me? But it's still playing down to this side. So all you need to do is to just select on this and select this 3 on button here and select on duplicate. So just select on OK. Now once you select on duplicate, because you have these two layers here, that's why I'm showing you this color. So all you need to do is just to select on enter first, then drag this one you have at the bottom, drag it to the side. Are you with me? So once we look at it again, then with slow motion, it's still in line, it's still showing there. So when we look to move it a little bit again, are you with me? So you see it's gone off again, right? Now select on him again, select on this 3 button, select on duplicate, select on enter there, then drag him again, drag that same layer. So let's look at it again and see. Okay, using my decision because these two layers are on each other, so drag a little bit out. Okay, so let's see. So you can see, okay, it's still off. So you get the idea, isn't it? Okay, so the next thing again is to drag it like this. Then when we look at it, you can see it's moving in that way. So we still need to add more layers, so you could do that yourself. Are you with me? So now at this point I notice that okay, I want to probably you still need to add these layers to these characters here. So at this point I want to bring her in, so let's drag this one. Oh, so sorry about that. So I want her to be in this position, not that position, so I need to just drag this back a little bit. And okay, it's showing as if she's appearing, so I don't want that to happen, so still drag it a little bit forward, and let's see. Okay, so now okay, so this is where we can see her visible enough up to, right? So then I have to cut it from here. Select on this, select on cut, split at display edge, select on this. Let me drag this to the side first. So now when I look at this, I still want this character layer to still show, so I need to select on this, select on the 3 button, duplicate, select on enter first, then drag this to this side like this. Okay, so once I drag that to that side, then let's see. So you can see it's going smoothly, it's going smoothly, it's going smoothly. We need to drag this one out. So let's see, it's still going smoothly. Okay, drag this one out. I still need more layer of that, so same thing, select on this button, duplicate, select on OK, select on this, then drag it down here, so probably it move up. So that's the work of Kinemaster. Just do not worry about that. Let me drag this. Okay, so at this point that's how we go about it. Then you can see, so you can still add more layer to R, and peradventure for this guy, so you need to drag this let me see. Okay, so this expression probably down to this point. I'm looking at this to see where it stops, so before I make use of the character. Okay, at this point, so select on this, select on this, select on this, then select on enter, drag this out. So at this point I need to input this character into the scene, so probably bring it back like this. So let me see. I notice the female is still showing at that point, right? So let me see. Let me try to play it from here.
Okay, sir.
In a week's time.
Okay, it's not showing, so what I need to just do is select on this character for now. So he's selected, and I can drag him down to this side. Drag him down to this side. So you get the point, you get the logic, right? So if I should scroll now, I don't want him to fall on this anymore. So what I need to just do, I can just drag this like this. So when I look at it again, look at the video again, still probably at this point. Okay, so that is it. Then that's how you go about all. So there's just one more thing I want you to see here for yourself. At this point, something is actually showing. Are you with me? At this point, you will notice this watermark, and the watermark is caused by this green screen you have here. So all you need to do is just locate where it's stored or where it starts from, probably somewhere here in between here. So just select on that, select on this, and select on split and play head, then delete this. So you are deleting this. Then you can now start placing, cutting and pasting those characters at that point. So here is the video I did. This is the one I did, I showed you, so you could see different types of cutting, layers, adding layers all together. Are you with me? So
Boss, those are the owner of this new apartment. When will my apartment be ready? I'm tired of my old house.
Very soon, sir.
No, when exactly? I gave you a week's time.
Okay, sir.
In a week's time? Oh my gosh.
Plumber, will this apartment will be ready in a week's time? Yes, madam.
so that's it, guys, and that's how you add multiple screen or characters into a scene. Please, if you find this video helpful, kindly click on the subscribe button, like my video, and hit on the notification button so that you'll be notified whenever I release more engaging video. Thank you. Bye for now.